Salut! Hello everyone! For the last year I've been upgrading my gaming PC. Piece after piece. As you know, 2020-2021 were not the best year for upgrading your PC, right? No GPU, scalper everywhere. But anyways, now prices are getting lower and availability is here. So I was waiting for this last piece to arrive. The case. I put my eye on the newest version of the Dynamic 11 from Lian. It's called O11 Dynamic EVO. And I got it. So in this video, I'm gonna share my impression about this case, but I'm gonna also tell you how I choose the other piece of hardware for optimizing my gaming and my Linux experience. Let's start with the beginning. Upgrading for the latest 24 months have been a challenge, so I could not do it in one time as I wanted to pay MRSP prices. Yes, you heard it. I didn't want to feed any scalper. Fuck them. As you know, I'm streaming every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. A common dream from all the streamers out there is to stream from one PC. Why? Well, setting up a 2-PC stream is not really fun, and also dealing with update and issue on a daily basis is a real pain. So on one side, you get the benefit of not using any resources for encoding for your stream on your gaming PC, but on the other hand, you have to manage a second machine which can break anytime Windows updates start to kick in. I know what I'm talking about. Have you ever had a sound card driver update? Lol. Nothing I could not deal with, but still super annoying to realize you have an extra sound delay or no sound at all because something updated on your streaming PC. You also have to deal with the heat generated with 2PC in your room. It does not sound crazy like that, but in the summer, with a 3090 and a 1080 in the small room, it becomes a sauna pretty fast. So yeah, nowadays, CPU with 16 cores and 32 thread monster. GPU card like a 3090, you're almost there for a streaming and gaming PC on the same rig, without getting your FPS fluctuating all over the place. It is possible, but it's not really optimum. I have a better solution for that, and I will make a video about it soon. TM. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to see my 2PC gaming setup in different rooms without the need of a capture card, or a mixer, or Windows. Here is my PC before the upgrade. The CPU is a AMD 5950X overclocked with a fine-tuned PBO settings. Homemade. The RAM, G-Skill 3200 MHz overclocked with tight timing. So it's DDR4 Samsung BDI, it's solid. The GPU, it's a massive Asus 1390 Strix OC. The motherboard, Asus Dark Hero. The PSU, a huge also like AX 1600i Digital ATX from Corsair. I got two NVMe drives there, like 1 terabyte each. Nothing crazy. The fan. I've been using Noctua since the beginning of time. I really love those fans. For this PC, I put the industrial version of them. They can run up to 3000 RPM and move 270 meter cube by hour. Those things are huge and really powerful. 140 millimeter. By the way, like super solid. The concern is like as they brass like a huge amount of air, they also like generate a big amount of noise, which was a concern. And especially when I do this type of video, I have to record myself. And if I don't use a specific NOT gate or use this mic, well, I wouldn't be able to do this video because of the background noise. So it was a problem. The case I chose when I built this PC was like 4 years ago. At the beginning, it was a S340 Elite Matte Black from NZXT. Like this case was revolutionary at the time and was pretty cheap. That's why I took it. For the CPU cooler, I was using a Corsair 110i GTX. And also I added some cable mode for the show. I like when it looks good. This case itself was more than enough while running a 1080 Ti in it, but for the 3090 I needed more space and more fresh air on it. I noticed that after 5 hours of play my case was becoming a little toaster, even if running my fan at higher speed. And after that, my room will also become way hotter too. So here is the upgrade. O11 EVO Dynamic. This case is a new version of the super popular O11 by Bauer. You can populate this case with 140mm fan. I could have reused my Noctua industrial PPC fan, but have you ever heard about the Noctua NF-A12x25 PWM fan? Those are just insane. They could move so much air while not making any noise. They are not RGB, but I'm not a big fan of all RGB anyways. I like the silence better than the color. I bought 10 of them. Go big or go home. My previous all-in-one cooler has been running 24 on 24 for the last 4 years. This was my first all-in-one cooler and I never had any issue with this Corsair. But the only thing that always annoys me is that I had to connect it to a USB header on the motherboard and needed to install an extra software to run it. It was called like Corsair Link. I don't know if you ever had to deal with this. Obviously, Corsair does not deliver a Linux version of it, and I'm tired of running software for hardware that is not supposed to need them. Like, why do I have a motherboard which can handle the management of fan speed if I have to install another software to set the speed? Like, are we in 2022 or in 1998? So I went for the Arctic Liquid Freezer 2 360mm all-in-one cooler. This is a beast. It's cheap versus the competition and cherries on the cake, does not need any software. Last piece for the update is a $12 case fan hub from Arctic Silver. It seems that I did not have enough fan heater on my motherboard to run all those fans. So here we are, an easy way to get all the fan syncs together. Let's talk about the installation. So the case is pretty straightforward and easy to put together. I really like the fact that you have a lot of room to deal with, and it made the cable management really enjoyable. You can pre-mount all the fans on those metal panels, then put them into the case. Pretty dope if you ask me. I got rid of all the hard drive like cases at the back, as I will never use them. And it gives me even more space for a lazy cable management on the back. Really, really nice. The fans were not as easy to set up. They are totally customizable, which is cool, but it will take you some time to prepare each of them. I found the process fun, and I like the fact you can choose whatever color you want to set them up. The work and money I put into them was really worth it. The computer is totally silent. I would say I did not gain that much in terms of temperature on the CPU, maybe like 3 or 5 degrees, moving from a 280 to a 360 rad, but the case itself does not become a heater like the previous one. My 1390 appreciates the 3 extra fan at the bottom for sure. The new AIO requires only one 4-pin fan for the pump and also for the 3 fan on the rad. So mounting the fan was also like pretty straightforward. I followed a really good tutorial on YouTube to set up the best fan configuration in this case. I encourage you to watch this great video made by Christopher Flanagan to know all the details. I choose to go with the fan at the bottom and the fan on the AIO as intake and the 3 on the top and the 1 at the sides as exhaust. Simple but efficient. Overall, I'm pretty happy about this build. I improved 3 key points. I've lowered the temperature of my CPU, GPU, and room by at least 3 degrees. The other big win in my book is the fact that I can't hear my PC anymore. I might be able to shoot with another mic in the future and not being annoyed by the loud fan in the back. The last but not least one, I don't need any software to control the speed of all the fan in my case. I won! I'm not Microsoft Windows dependent to manage my all-in-one cooler. Easy. Look at this beast. Pretty dope, eh? Let me know what you think in the comment below. And if you want to see how this config performs in Linux on Apex Legends, come see me while I'm streaming. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. The shot you are all waiting for. Enjoy.